When is it legal to possess a dangerous weapon in Washington state? Thanks for liking this content and subscribing to our channel. If you've ever wondered what kinds of weapons are legal to carry on your person, you're not alone. Washington allows possession of many different types of weapons, but criminalizes possession of dangerous weapons under certain circumstances. There are three major restrictions on carrying a dangerous weapon, which have been in effect here beginning in 1886. First, the type of weapon. There are certain weapons that are always illegal to make, sell, or possess. Those are switchblades, brass knuckles, sand clubs, and slungshots, not slingshots. If you have any of these weapons in Washington state under any circumstances, you're breaking the law and can be jailed for up to 364 days. The second category of restrictions is concerning how you carry an otherwise legal weapon. Because in Washington state, you can possess a knife, you can possess a pistol, you can have lots of items that might be considered dangerous, other than the specific ones I mentioned earlier, like switchblades, but you cannot carry them furtively and with an intent to conceal them. Now, in my opinion, to carry something furtively means trying to conceal them, so the law is basically redundant here. If you're carrying a dagger openly, Washington state law says that's fine, but try to hide it and now you're breaking the law. The third category of restrictions is where you carry the weapon, and this primarily applies to guns. I just mentioned that it's illegal to carry weapons furtively, but Washington allows concealed carry of guns. So how do those laws square up? Well, the law says you can't carry a gun furtively, but another law makes an exception when you're carrying furtively at your home or fixed place of business. All other places you can't carry a concealed pistol unless you have a license to do so. So where you plan on carrying the weapon and what type of weapon you want to carry matter quite a bit. There are even more exceptions that the law provides for example, for police, military, or firefighters. And keep in mind, this is just state law. There are often local laws in towns and cities in Washington that go even further in criminalizing weapon possession. So you always have to do your research depending on where you are at. For example, the city of Seattle criminalizes any possession of any fixed blade longer than 3.5 inches, whereas general state law does not. It can get confusing, so you might be asking yourself, is there a full list of weapons defined somewhere? And the answer is no, not in Washington state law. There's no comprehensive list of all the weapons and whether you can have them. Every case is different. For example, it's not illegal for me to have socks or a few rocks, but if I put the rocks in the socks, now I've made a slungshot type weapon, and I'm probably breaking the law. If you plan on carrying a weapon, it's a good idea to consult with a qualified attorney to advise you.